All right, good morning. This review lesson is from my Honors Integrated 1 class. This is review for the quiz on sections 20 and 21. First of all, I hope everyone's doing all right this morning. Don't stress out too hard on this test. And looking at this test, I think that if you know these 5 concepts and you're able to basically draw examples of them on the spot, you're in a really good position for this test. So, I guess let's, why don't you guys take a second right now and write down these 5 concepts and, hit pause and see if you can draw an example of these 5. So hit pause now and then, draw them, and then let's see if we agree on what these 5 are. Alright, so I don't have the luxury of pausing, so I'm going to move forward. So, angle, side angle, I'm looking for this pattern. Okay, so that's the pattern I'm looking for an angle, side angle, congruence pattern. Angle, angle, side. I'm looking for this pattern. Again, notice that the side is next to the angle with the same congruent marks. Side angle, side. I'm looking for this congruence pattern. I'm not very good at drawing triangles this morning. Notice that the sides make the angle. Side, side, side. And then HL. Now remember, HL, hypotenuse leg, this only works for right triangles. Now, this only works for right triangles. Keep in mind though, right triangles can be these 3. Okay, but any other triangle that's not right cannot be hypotenuse leg. So be aware of that. So that's a big part of this test, is knowing these 5 and identifying them. Also, maybe knowing what you need to get them. Okay, so a big part of this quiz is just knowing these things really well. Now, there are a couple fill-in-the-blank proofs, and they're not too bad, okay? They're fill-in-the-blank. And so what I want to do is I want to just discuss the structure of a proof. So remember, when we're doing a proof, you're going to make a claim, and then you have to justify it. And you're always going to start off with something that's given to you. You're going to have a starting spot. And from this beginning, through the given or in the picture of your triangles, you're going to have clues that allow you to say that the angles are congruent, and then you justify it, or the sides are congruent, and then you justify it. And then eventually, you're going to get the enough angles and enough sides, or enough sides, so that you can say that the triangles are congruent. I highly recommend marking on your pictures, or drawing off to this. You can't mark on your pictures because they're on your screen. Draw a picture of it on the paper and mark it off. Okay? And so, once you get enough sides and or angles, you can say your triangles are congruent by one of these things. Now, maybe you need to go one step further. Maybe you're being asked to argue that specific sides of these triangles are congruent. So after you've argued your triangles are congruent, then you're going to make the claim about, my angles or sides are congruent. And you get to say that because the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. Pieces in the same position of identical shapes must also be the same. So again, try not to stress too hard. I think this is actually kind of a fun test because, again, we get to see how well we know these ideas. Okay? All that I can ask you is to do your best. The test is only available today from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I have no control over this. This is a test that Mr. Nguyen made, and he's the one proctoring it. So I can't extend the time. 9 a.m. sharp. Okay, so I would have a piece of scratch paper, make sure I know these things, and good luck to you guys. I will, actually I don't have to post any lessons. We're good for the week. So that means that we're on spring break after today, and enjoy your week off, and I will see you guys in a week.